everyone, and thank you for watching our live stream performance of The Importance of Being Earnest. What you're going to see tonight is a play within a play. So it is a group of actors that last week had the auditions, and tonight you're going to see their first rehearsal and the series of rehearsals as they prepare the show, The Importance of Being Earnest. All of the actors have taken a COVID rapid antigen test, which the results are negative, so they are acting without masks. We also have our windows open, so we're fulfilling the COVID safety protocols. Please enjoy the show.
Look at that, you see, the 7 is here. Here, get in the picture, check it out. Look,
Quiet! Thank you. I see you've met all each other. You met me at the auditions. I'm Bridget, your director. And this is Beverly, my assistant.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Beverly.
So, I've been directing the play, and with any luck, we'll be going on a national tour.
Sounds allowing.
Yes, depending if you get a grant or not. Beverly will be in charge of everything. What are you in charge of, please?
Well, according to the list, I'm responsible for props, costumes, set, scenery, tech, contracts, intellectual property rights, photocopies, and budget.
No, budget is me, Beverly.
That's
Well,
right.
Good, I crossed it off my list.
That's right, fine. Both. And also you are in charge of the budget. Tell us.
Yeah,
You wanted to say something about the budget, I know.
yeah. Can I get, if you want a minute after doing rehearsal, Bridget, we have to go over the spreadsheet of the company expenses, you know.
Okay, fine. Now, then, let's start with a getting to know activity. So, if everyone could say their name and what character they are playing, let's form a circle.
Bridget, shall I join the circle or not?
Do you want to join the circle?
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
So, let's start with you.
All right. My name is Agnes, and I'm playing Lady Bracknell. I've been working on the theatre for a long, long time.
Hi, everybody. And thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Beverly. My name is July. I'm playing Algernon 1. And this is my third production. I'm not thrilled with the perspective.
Boring.
Going on a national tour.
Okay, thank you. And you?
Hi, my name is Scarlett. I'm playing Wendelin, and I have a lot of experience. So if you need any help of anything, you can ask me. Okay?
Oh, thank you very much.
So, I'm Rose. I deal with the money, with the budgets, and we have run out of money, absolutely. So be careful what you're doing. Apart from that, I'm Miss Prison, you know? I'm very strict. What's going on around.
Okay.
Hi, hello everybody. Hello. I'm Augustus. I'm playing Algernon 2, the more important one. This is the more important one. Unfortunately, you've all met my sister. She's a pain in the ass. I apologise for anything she does.
Please.
Can I just ask, who's the director? Can I use my phone? Can I just upload
No,
some
Augustus.
No, of course not. Sorry. Thank you.
Sorry for my brother.
Hello everyone, I'm Alicia and my character is Cecily Cardew. And I'm very happy to be here playing with all of you because we have the best director in the world, my aunt Bridget!
I love you, my dear.
Hello, I'm Tom. I'm very, very nervous because this is my first professional play, so be patient with me, but the play is going to be a success. I'm playing Ernest and Jack, so...
I'm Beverly. I'm the director assistant, and I will be playing the butlers as well. I'm here to help you in anything you want, you need. If you need to polish your nails, to do your hair, moral support, everything, I'll be there. Okay.
Good morning.
So, to let we know a little bit more, and you are going to play hand on hand. Come on here, please. Hand on hand. I put myself here. You have to grab another hand.
I don't want your hand. I don't want that hand.
Here, please. And now we have to turn around, everybody.
Bridget, would that be a good moment to hand out the script?
Please, don't article. What do you think, Beverly?
Yes, as if it's very rehearsal. Maybe yes.
Wow. Let's all hands in hand.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, yeah, this is a good idea, and we also have a costume piece for every one of you to help you get into character. Okay?
Okay. Can I say something? If you can borrow or steal any costume, it will be very helpful for the budget.
Okay.
Start looking in your grandma wardrobe. There's no money.
Okay, okay.
It's fine.
August.
Oh, thank you.
So now I think we are going to rehearse scene 1. And I remember we need July, where's July? July, August,
Yeah,
and Tom.
Okay.
Yes,
Alright.
and Tom. Is that right, Beverly?
Actually, Bridget, tonight, scene 1 and 2, and we'll meet Scarlett and Agnes. And I will be playing the butler, remember?
That's true.
Okay.
One more script, please. Thank you very much. So please, the rest of you can go home. Bye.
Thank you, Bridget.
Should I? Don't you think I should start?
No.
You started, no, you start.
I'm the police. You're always fighting that you
Fine. We'll see how this goes.
I can buy you a ice cream.
So, where shall we stand, Bridget, and how do you visualize the blocking?
And Bridget, we will be running this scene once or twice. I just can't see how sharing this part is going to work. Shall I start and then Augustus can continue?
Yes, fine. And stand anywhere.
Thank you.
Algernon's flat in London.
That will do, right? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
My dear Ernest, what brings you to town?
Oh, pleasure. What's coming to tea?
Oh, merely Aunt Augusta and Gwendolyn.
How perfectly delightful.
Yes, that is all very well, but I'm afraid Aunt Augusta won't quite approve of your being here.
May I ask why?
My dear fellow, the way you flirt with Gwendolyn is perfectly disgraceful. It's almost as bad as the way Gwendolyn flirts with you.
I am in love with Gwendolyn. I have come here to propose to her.
Oh, really? I thought you had come for pleasure. I call that business.
How utterly unromantic you are.
Well, Ernest, I don't think you will ever marry to her.
Why do you say that?
I don't give my consent.
Your consent?
Well, my dear fellow, Gwendolyn is my first cousin. And before I allow you to marry her, you have to clear up the old question of Cecily.
Cecily? What
Yes.
do you mean? I don't know anyone named Cecily.
Sir?
No. Lane, bring me that cigarette case Miss Worthing left the last time we dined here. What's this?
I couldn't find a cigarette case, just improvise.
yours after all.
Of course it's mine.
But this is a present from someone named Cecily. And you just said you don't know anyone of that name.
Well, if you happen to know, if you want to know, Cecily happens to be my niece.
Oh. From little Cecily, with her fondest love, to her dear Uncle Jack. Why does she call you Jack when your name is Ernest?
My name isn't Ernest. It's Jack.
But you have always told me it was Ernest. You answer to the name of Ernest. You are the most earnest-looking person I ever seen in my life.
Well, my name is Ernest in town and Jack in the country.
I'm intrigued. Please explain.
I'm guardian to Miss Cecily Cardew. Cecily lives in the country under the chair of her admirable governess, Miss Prissy.
Yes, but why are you Ernest in town and Jack in the country?
As Cecily Guardian, I have to be a serious man.
Really? So, you have a double identity.
Yes. So I have always pretended to have a younger brother of the name of Ernest, who lives in towns and gets into the most dreadful trouble.
Interesting. So your younger brother comes to town to misbehave. What a great idea.
But if Gwendolyn agrees to marry me, I'm going to kill my brother.
Oh.
Cecily is much too interested in him. I'm going to get rid of Ernest. How are we going, Bridget?
Yes, Bridget.
Any comments so far?
Oh, she's so great.
Okay.
July, can't get away. It's my turn now. Here, hold that.
Lady Bracknell and Miss Fairfax are here. Lady Bracknell and Miss Fairfax are here.
Did they go home?
No, they might have popped to the bar across the road because Scarlett said she was thirsty.
I thought we told them to stay.
I know. Shall I call them?
Yes, please.
Maybe they are somewhere.
And there was that man called Siggy. He was everyone's favorite. And nobody wore any clothes. You know, it was so liberating. Are we in scene 2 already? Yes.
No, you and Gwendolyn are arriving at Algernon's house.
Oh, about that. I was thinking Gwendolyn should arrive on a horseback. I know we're in town, but do you think we'll show Gwendolyn's wild side?
I'm not sure.
No. We couldn't possibly have a horse on stage. I'm allergic to them. The last time I went near a horse, I nearly died.
Yes. Beverly, write that down. No horses.
Thank you. Can we continue, please?
Yes,
Yes,
please continue.
thank you.
No horses.
Shut up.
Lady Bracknell, please start. Lady Bracknell. Okay.
Good afternoon, dear Algernon. I hope you are behaving very well.
I'm feeling very well, thank you, Aunt Augusta.
I think that's not quite the same thing. And in fact, the two things rarely go together.
Dear me, you are looking smart.
I am always smart. I am not. Mr. Royalton?
You are quite perfect, Miss Fairfax.
Algernon,
Yes.
I will have a cup of tea and one of those cucumber sandwiches you promised me.
Good heavens! Lane! Why are there no cucumber sandwiches? I ordered them specially.
The platter is in the music room, sir.
Lane, please escort Lady Bracknell inside so that she may have her sandwiches.
Yes, sir.
Go.
Algernon, come with me so we can discuss our plans for Saturday.
Of course, I will.
Gwendolyn, are you coming?
Right behind you, Mother.
It's me, get that done for today, Bridget?
Yes, thank you, Agnes. Very well. You can go home. Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, Bridget, Lady Bracknell is entering again on the next page.
She's right. Sorry, Agnes. Please stay.
All right, then.
Jack.
Charming day it has been, Miss Fairfax.
Please don't talk to me about the weather, Mr. Worthy. Whenever people talk to me about the weather, it makes me feel concerned that they mean something else, and that makes me so nervous.
I do mean something else. Miss Fairfax, ever since I met you, I have admired you more than any girl I have ever met since I met you.
Yes, I know. I have always longed to love someone with the name of Ernest. There is something that inspires absolute confidence. The moment Argent mentioned that he had a friend called Ernest, I knew I was destined to love him
You really love me, Gwendoline?
passionately.
But could you love me if my name wasn't Ernest?
But your name is Ernest.
Yes, I know it is. I know it is. But supposing it was something else. There are a lot of other much nicer names. I think Jack, for instance, is a charming name.
Jack? It is too plain. The only name I like is Ernest.
Gwendoline, I must get Christian at once. I mean, we must get married at once.
Married? Are you proposing to me?
Gwendoline, will you marry me?
Of course I will, darling. One more. Don't you think it would be a novel of taste if Gwendolyn proposes to Jack? How about I get one knee? You stand up tall, and when Lady Bracknell appears, she just compliments her eyes.
I don't think Oscar wrote it like that.
Well, of course he didn't. But you have to ask yourself why a gay man in the 20th century was so obsessed with Moritz. There's something fishy if you let me know.
That's true. That's true.
Where were we?
Lady Bracknell, you have to say Mr. Worthing, Gwendoline, Bryce.
Okay. Mr. Worthing, Gwendoline, stop! Right from that indecent position.
Mama, I am engaged to be married to Mr. Worthing.
Pardon me, you are not engaged to anyone. When do you become engaged to someone, I or your father will inform you of the fact. And now, I have a few questions for Mr. Worthing. Wait for me in the carriage, Gwendoline.
Mama!
In the carriage, Gwendoline. I must tell you that you are not down on my list of eligible young men. However, I am quite ready to enter your name should your answers be what an affectionate mother requires. How old are you?
29.
A very good age to be married at. I have always said that a man who decides to get married should know either everything or nothing. Which do you know?
I know nothing, Lady Bracknell.
I'm pleased to hear it. Ignorance is like a delicate exotic fruit. Touch it, and the bloom is gone. Are your parents living?
I have lost both my parents.
To lose one parent, Mr. Worthing, could be regarded as a misfortune. To lose both looks like carelessness. Who was your father?
I'm afraid I really don't know. The fact is, Lady Bracknell, I said I had lost my parents. It would be nearer the truth to say that my parents seems to have lost me. I was found.
Found?
The late Mr. Thomas Cardew, an old-kind gentleman, found me and gave me the name of Worthing because he happened to have a first-class ticket to Worthing in his pocket at the time. Worthing is a place in Sussex.
And where did this kind gentleman find you?
In a handbag?
A handbag?
Yes, Lady Bracknell, I was in a handbag, a somewhat large, colorful handbag with handles on it. I was left in the cloakroom at Victoria Station.
Mr. Worthing, to be born, or at any rate bred, in a handbag, whether it has handles or not, seems to me to contain a display of content of the ordinary decencies of a family life.
What would you advise me to do?
I would strongly advise you, Mr. Worthing, to try and acquire silent relations as soon as possible, and to make an effort to produce at least one father of either sex before the season is over.
But I have the handbag. Isn't that enough?
You can hardly imagine that I, or Lord Bracknell, would allow to make an alliance with a handbag of only dirt. Goodbye, Mr. Worthing.
Ooh, didn't it go well? Don't tell me when it was.
As far as he's concerned, we are engaged. Her mother is the problem.
You tell Gwendolyn the truth about your being earnest in town and Jack in the country.
Oh, before the end of the week, I shall have got rid of him. I'll say he died in Paris of a severe chill.
What about your ward, Cecily? She feel terribly sad.
She'll be fine.
I'd rather like to meet this Cecily.
I will take very good care you never do. She's excessively pretty and she's only just 18.
Sounds wonderful. Shall we go to lunch?
Yes, I will get my coat.
Jack Worthing. The Manor House, Woolton, Hertfordshire. This must be where Jack spends his time in the country. Perhaps I can visit Miss Cecily Cardew myself.
Well done. Good job. That's all for today. I'll see you next week.
But, Bridget, is that it? I was expecting notes.
I'll chill out, sis. You were fine.
See you next week, everyone.
See you
I'm
next
calling
week.
you. Are you catching the bus or the metro?
The metro.
Good night, all.
Bye.
Hello. Hello. I hope you're not expecting real flowers for the plate. There's no money for that.
Plastic roses are fine. Fine. They look cheap though. Really trashy. I thought this was a semi-professional production.
It's only semi-professional if we are paid, and it's not looking likely at the moment.
Good evening, everybody.
Auntie Bridget, you told me this was a semi-professional production, and they are using plastic roses for my garden scene.
Are we? I could bring a cactus from home. Okay, thank you, Beverly. Shall we make a start, please? Sit down. Let's see. Garden at the Manor House. Miss Kristen is seated at the table. Cecil is at the back watering flowers.
But you just told Beverly to bring a cactus instead.
Beverly, do you have
repeat yesterday's lesson. Bridget, do you mind if I change the grammar homework? Otherwise, it's going to cost an hour and a leg.
Fine. Miss Prism, Cecily.
Cecily, enough watering flowers. Your journal homework's on the table. We will repeat yesterday's lesson.
But I don't like German. It's boring.
Yeah, you know how anxious your Uncle Jack is that you should improve yourself in every way.
Uncle Jack is so serious. It's unhealthy.
Your guardian enjoys the best of health.
I wish he would allow his poor unfortunate brother to come to the conference sometime. We might have a good influence over him, Miss Prison. I am sure you certainly would.
I do not think that even I could produce any effect on a character that, according to your own brother's admission, is a lost cause.
But you are so clever.
Well, I did write a novel once.
Wonderful. And was your novel ever published?
Sadly, no. The manuscript, unfortunately, was lost.
Look, I see Dr. Chasuble coming out through the garden.
Dr. Chasuble! This is indeed a pleasure!
Who's playing Dr. Chasuble?
You are, Richard.
Oh, am I? Sorry. And how are we this morning, Miss Prison? You are, I trust, well.
Miss Prison has just been complaining of a slight headache. Perhaps a walk with you to the church and Reverend Chasuble would help.
Cecily, I have not mentioned anything about a headache.
I hope, Cecily, you are paying attention to your teacher.
Well,
If I were fortunate enough to be Miss Prison's pupil, I would call upon her lips. I spoke metaphorically.
Well,
Mr. Worthing, I suppose has not returned from town yet.
actually, we don't expect him till Monday afternoon, dear Reverend. I will have a stroll with you. Have fun. I have a headache after all, and I might do it good.
With pleasure.
Cecily, you will read your political economy in advance. Bridget, do you know? We need to buy a lot of books. So, before printing the last version of the script, consult me, because we need to make a change. We need to save some money.
Okay, fine.
And while you have stock, can I just say Augustus won't be here tonight. He tripped easy because he got out of a taxi and has a sore ankle.
Poor boy.
Oh, it's fine. So Tom, you got me all to yourself tonight.
let's continue, shall we?
Yes, please.
Let's hey, political economy. Hurry, geography. Hurry, German.
Excuse me, I'm looking for my cousin Cecily.
And who are you?
Oh, I'm Ernest Worth, your Uncle Jack's brother.
You're Uncle Jack's brother. My cousin Ernest. My wicked cousin Ernest.
Oh, I'm not really wicked at all, cousin Cecily.
If you are not, then you have certainly been deceiving us all in a very inexcusable manner.
Well, in fact, now you mention the subject, I've been very bad in my own small way.
I can understand how you're here at all. Uncle Jack won't be back till Monday afternoon.
No, you are the prettiest girl I ever seen.
Miss Preston says that all good looks are a trap.
Well, they are a trap that every sensible man would like to be captain.
Oh, I don't think I would care to catch a sensible man. I shouldn't know what to talk to him about. Will you help me prepare lunch?
Cecily! She's not studying her political economy.
Come.
Mr. Worthy, what a surprise!
Why are you dressed like that? I hope this morning dress does not mean some terrible calamity.
My brother.
A shameful death and extravagance.
Dead.
Your brother Ernest is dead?
Quite dead.
Mr. Worthy, I offer you my sincere condolence.
Were you with him at the end?
No, he died abroad. In Paris, in fact. A severe cold, it seems.
Once get, once one decides.
None of us are perfect.
Uncle Jack, I'm very pleased to see you. But those horrid clothes you are wearing, don't go and change them.
Cecily!
And I have got such a surprise for you. Guess who is in the dining room? Your brother!
Who?
Your brother Ernest! He arrived a few minutes ago.
What a nonsense. I haven't got a brother.
Oh, don't say that. However badly he may behave to you in the past, he's still your brother. I tell him to come out.
Oh, have we started?
What's going on?
August, what happened to you?
Did she tell you?
No.
She told me she fell out of the taxi. Yes.
You said what? You pushed me out of a taxi while it was still moving.
Really, Augustus? Why on earth would I do that?
Because you don't want me to take part in this play.
You're always fighting. You're always
I say the same thing. You're just like your father.
Right, everyone, that's enough. That's enough. July, take a break. August, we continue with Algernon, page 18.
Okay. I think I have to say like these are very joyful tidings.
After we all have resigned to his loss, his sudden return seems to me peculiarly striking.
Good heavens!
Brother Jack, I have come down from town to tell you that I am sorry for all the trouble that I have caused you, and that I intend to lead a better life from now on.
Uncle Jack, you're not going to refuse your own brother's hand.
Nothing will make me take his hand. This is disgraceful.
Uncle Jack, do be nice.
I must say that my brother's coldness towards me is peculiarly painful.
Uncle Jack, if you don't shake hands with Ernest, I will never forgive you.
Never forgive me?
Never, never, never.
Well, this is the last time I shall ever do it.
It's pleasant, is it not, to see so perfect a reconciliation? I think we might leave the two brothers together.
Yeah, let's go. Cecily, you will come with us.
Certainly, Miss Prison, my little task of reconciliation is over. I feel very happy.
Right, everybody? Thank you very much. It's been a great rehearsal. I'm going to keep this here.
Good job, good job.
Very good, very good.
What do you think about my last scene? Is everything alright?
Excellent, Tom. Excellent. You did it perfectly.
Okay.
So who is it?
Yes, so anyone fancy a drink?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I come here.
Next time.
Bye-bye.
Next time.
Bye-bye.
Let me down.
Just me here.
Beverly. Places.
You scandal, Alvin. You must leave this place immediately.
Well, Cecily.
You are not to talk of Miss Cardew like that. I don't like it.
Well, I don't like your clothes. It is ridiculous to be in thick mourning for a man who is standing right in front of you.
You need to leave. I will ask the butler to prepare your bags.
Oh, I thought you were talking with Uncle Jack.
He wants to send me away.
Then we have to say goodbye.
I'm afraid so. Cecily, I hope that I shall not offend you in any way. I state quite frankly and openly that you seem to me to be in every way the visible personification of absolute perfection.
I think your frankness does you great credit, Ernest.
I love you, Cecily. Will you marry me, won't you?
Of course, silly boy. In fact, we have been engaged for the past 3 months.
For the past 3 months?
Yes, it will be exactly 3 months on Thursday.
How did we become engaged?
Well, ever since dear Uncle Jack first confessed to us that he had a younger brother who was very wicked and bad, you, of course, had formed the chief topic of conversation between myself and Miss Prison. And a man who is much talked about is always very attractive. I never said it was foolish of me, but I fell in love with you, Ernest.
Darling!
You must not laugh at me. But it had always been a girlish dream of mine to love someone whose name was Ernest.
But, my dear child, do you mean to say you could not love me if I had another name? Like, I don't know, Algernon, for example?
I don't like the name Algernon.
But couldn't you love me if my name was Audrey?
I must respect you, Ernest, and might admire your character, but I should not be able to give you my undivided attention.
Cecily. Yes, well, I must see your rector straight away.
But we've been engaged for 3 months, and we've only just met. You're leaving now.
But, Your Reverence, I must see him at once in a most important reason. I mean, on a most important business.
I shall be back in no time.
This is ridiculous, Bridget. We can keep alternating lines. It doesn't flow.
Yes, I can't say this is working as our wholesome strategy. Maybe we should just repeat the scene so that you can both practice. It's always good to have 2 different angles.
Oh, but just forget it, Beverly. I'm feeling terrible. I'm going home. Augustus, you can continue.
Oh dear, is there a cycle around?
Yes.
Enter Merriman, the butler. Beverly, your line. You have to come with Miss Fairfax is here to see Mr. Worthy. You're now Merriman. Miss Fairfax is here to see Mr. Worthy on very important business. Miss Fairfax states.
Isn't Mr. Working in the library?
No, she went to the church.
Okay, send her in.
Yes, miss.
I'm going to sit for my seat.
But we are in the garden.
Did I get enough garden pens? Beverly, pens, please.
Just in case.
Let me introduce myself to you. My name is Cecily Cardew.
Cecily Cardew. What a very sweet name. Something tells me we're gonna be great friends. You're here on a visit, I suppose.
Oh no, I live here.
Really? Your mother, no doubt, or some female relative all the past years resides here also?
Oh no, I have no mother, nor in fact any
consider my duty to rescue him at once, and with a firm hand.
Entrap, how dare you?
Ernest, my own Ernest.
Gwendolyn, darling,
One moment. May I ask if you are engaged to this young lady?
to this little Cecily. Of course not.
I knew there must be some misunderstanding, Miss Fairfax. The gentleman whose arm is at present round your waist is my guardian, Mr. Jack Worthing.
I beg your pardon?
This is Uncle Jack.
Jack? Oh!
Beverly, please.
So,
Let's get some fresh air. Those things. Oh.
this is Ernest.
My own love.
A moment, Ernest. May I ask you, are you engaged to be married to this young lady?
To what young lady? Good heavens! Gwendolyn! Well, who's playing Gwendolyn now?
Beverly, can you do Gwendolyn, please?
Of course, Bridget.
To Gwendolyn.
See, of course not.
I thought there was outside error, Miss Cargill. The gentleman who is now embracing you is my cousin, Mr. Algernon Moncrief.
Algernon Moncrief? Are you called Algernon?
Is your name
I cannot
really
deny
Jack?
it.
I could deny if I like, but my name has been Jack for years.
We have both been deceived.
Mr. Worthing, we are both engaged to be married to your brother Ernest, so it is a matter of some importance to us to know where your brother is at present.
Gwendolyn, Cecily, it is very painful for me to be forced to speak the truth. It is the first time in my life I have ever been reduced to such a painful position. However, I will tell you quite frankly that I have no brother, Ernest. I have no brother at all, nor do I intend to ever have one.
I'm afraid it is quite clear, Cecily, that neither of us is engaged to be married to anyone.
It's not a very pleasant position for a young lady suddenly to find herself in, is it?
Let us go into the house. They will hardly dare to follow us. Alicia.
I've got the most terrible headache, Auntie. Have I got a fever, Tom?
Yes.
Yes. But will you call me for those extra rehearsals?
Sure, get
Thank
better.
you.
Tom.
Yes?
There's that bar I told you about. Remember, you owe me a drink. Come on.
Yeah, of course.
Come on. Here we go.
Are you okay, Tom?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry
we're
guys,
fine.
we'll have to call it a night.
Just get some fresh air.
Okay, let's go.
Come on.
Page 25. You read Jack.
Okay, everybody has left. Okay. And Jack, your lying to Cecily, it's quite inexcusable to say nothing of the fact that she is my wife.
I can see no possible defense for your deceiving a brilliant, clever, thoroughly experienced young lady like Miss Fairfax. To say nothing of the fact that she is my cousin.
I wanted to be engaged to Gwendolyn, that's all. I love her.
Well, I simply wanted to be engaged to Cecily. I adore her.
There is certainly no chance of your marrying Miss Cardew.
I don't think there is much likelihood, Jack, of you and Miss Fairfax being united.
Well, that is no business of ours. Actually, Beverly, is there any crime in continuing the rehearsal? Well, we might...
It is the end of the scene.
Okay. Let's see, you read.
I have just made arrangements with Dr. Chasuble to be christened at 5:45 under the name of Ernest.
Ridiculous! I made arrangements this morning with Dr. Chasuble to be christened myself at 5:30, and I naturally will take the name of Ernest. Gwendolyn will wish it. We can't both be christened Ernest.
Well, perhaps I can go to the church right now.
No, first we must clear things up with Cecily and Gwendolyn.
Try then. That's it.
Thank you. Very well, Harsa. Thank you. Okay.
Bridget, I got something terrible to report.
What happened?
The petty cash, it's all gone.
Gone? What happened?
Yes, I mean, it's gone. It's gone. Somebody stole it.
We have a lot of expenses in the last month.
3,000 pounds.
3,000 pounds must
my
be
God. That's a lot
Tom.
of Who do you think you are?
Tom?
Yeah.
It was August. August, I was next to the box.
I think because I saw him running through the corridor this morning.
Well, I think we shall call the police, eh?
Yes.
That's a very good Anyway, please, let's get down to business, eh? Today is Act 3. Let's see, position, please. Let's take it from Act 3, Scene 2.
Scene 3.
Oh, you're right. Scene 3. And remember, the two ladies have just discovered that the two men are not they say they are. So you are very upset, okay?
Very good, Richard.
I thank you. And so, morning room at the manor house, Gwendolyn and Cecilia at the window, looking out into the garden. Jack and Algernon enter. Please enter. Please enter to start the scene. Enter, okay. Enter, please. Come on, come on.
Mr. Worth, I have something very particular to ask you.
Mr. Moncrief, why did you pretend to be my guardian's brother?
Well, my dear, in order that I might have an opportunity of meeting you, of course.
That certainly seems a satisfactory explanation, does it not?
Yes, dear, if you can believe him.
I don't, but that does not affect the wonderful beauty of his answer.
Mr. Worth, what explanation can you offer to me for pretending to have a brother? What is in order to have an opportunity of coming up to town and see me as often as possible?
Can't deduct it, Miss Fairfax.
I have my gravest doubts, but their explanation appear to be quite satisfactory, Mr. Worth.
I'm more than content with what Mr. Moncrief said.
Then you think we should forget them?
Yes. I mean, no.
No. Sure, I had forgotten. There are principles at stake. Which of us should tell them?
Could we not both speak at the same time?
That's an excellent idea. I nearly always speak at the same time as other people.
No.
Your Christian name is still a super barrier. That is all.
Our Christian names, is that all?
But we will be christened this afternoon.
You will?
I will.
For me.
I will.
Darling. Darling. Enter Merriman.
Lady Brabham.
Good heavens!
Gwendolyn, what does this mean?
Mama, I am engaged to be married to Mr. Worthing.
You are nothing of the kind. Algernon. Mr. Worthing, who is that young lady? My nephew Algernon is holding his hand in a peculiarly unnecessary manner.
That lady is Miss Cecily Cardew, my ward.
Aunt Augusta, I'm engaged to be married to Cecily.
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Moncrief and I are engaged to be married
think there is something particularly exciting in the air in this part of Hertfordshire, because the number of engagements that go on seems to me a little bit more aberrant. I could beg you, Mr. Worthing, to ask you if Miss Cardew has any little fortune.
Oh, about £130,000 in the funds.
£130,000? Honey, in the funds? Miss Cardew seems to me a most attractive young lady. Come here, dear. You pretty child. Your dress is sadly simple, and your hair is plain. But we can soon alter all this, Alderman.
Thank you, Aunt Augusta.
I think there are social possibilities in Miss Cardew's profile.
Aunt Augusta, Cecily is sweetest, prettiest girl in the whole world. And I don't care twopence about social possibilities.
Never speak disrespectfully about society, Algernon. Only people who can get into it do that. And now, Miss Cardew, I know you are quite aware that Algernon has nothing but his debts to depend upon. Well, I suppose I shall give you my consent.
Oh, thank you, Aunt Augusta.
You now may kiss me, darling.
Thank you, Lady Bracknell.
Thank you, Aunt Augusta.
Thank you, Augusta.
Okay, I think you should marry soon. In fact, I'm not keen of the long engagement. They gave people the opportunity to know each other's character, which I think is never advisable.
I beg your pardon for interrupting you, Lady Bracknell, but this engagement is quite out of the question. I am Miss Cardew's guardian, and she cannot marry without my consent until she comes of age. That consent I absolutely decline to give.
Upon what words may I ask?
Yes.
I think that Algernon is an extremely, I may say, unostentatiously eligible young man. I would beg you to reconsider your decision, Mr. Worthing.
But my dear Lady Bracknell, the matter is entirely in your hands. The moment you consent my marriage with Gwendolen, I will gladly allow your nephew to form an alliance with my ward.
Mr. Worthing, you must be quite aware that what you are proposing is out of the question.
Then, celibacy is all that any of us can look forward to.
I'm here. You never guess what just happened to me.
What's wrong?
So now,
Someone uploaded a naked picture of me on Instagram.
Really?
yes.
What do you think it is? And who do you think it is? Yes.
Oh my God, is it
She couldn't do it. See, why are you defending her?
She was big with me.
What's that about always rehearsal?
What's this rubbish about me singing the money as well? Who bought himself a new car last night?
It's not always a
Watch me again.
Calm down.
What are you doing?
somewhat premature. Both these gentlemen have expressed a desire for immediate baptism. At their age, the idea is grotesque.
Not true, but maybe a waste of time under the present circumstances.
Very well. I will return to town and to church at once. Miss Prison has been waiting for me. Miss Prison? Did I hear Miss Prison? Yes, I am on my way to join her. Does she work on education?
Miss Prison, Lady Bragner, has been for the last 3 years miscarried, esteemed governess, and valued companion.
I must have her at once. Let her be sent for. Here she's gone.
Oh, dear Dr. Cheswell. I was told you were waiting for me in the vestry. I've been waiting for you there.
Prison? Come here, Prison. Prison, where is that baby? 28 years ago, you left Lord Bracknell House, number 104, Upper Grosvenor Street, in a charge of a perambulator that contains a baby of the male sex. You never returned, Prison. A few weeks later, the perambulator, after the elaborate investigation of the Metropolitan Police, was found at midnight, but standing by itself. It contains a manuscript of a 3-volume novel of more of revolting sentimentality. But the baby was not there. Where is that baby, Prison? Where?
Lady Bracknell, I admit with shame that I do not know. I only wish I did. On the morning of the day you mentioned, well, I prepared, as usual, to take the baby out in its perambulator. And I also had a whole handbag in which I tended to place the manuscript of a novel I had written, but in a moment of mental distraction, for which I can never forgive myself, I deposit the manuscript in the pram and place the baby in the handbag.
But where did you deposit the handbag?
Do not ask me, Mr. Worthing.
Miss Prison, this is a matter of no small importance to me. I insist on knowing where you deposited the handbag that contained that infant.
Well, I left it in the cloakroom of Victoria Station, London.
Victoria Station, London.
I will return in a moment. Gwendolyn, wait for me.
I will wait for you all my life.
Oh, what is he doing? Should I go and help?
You've done enough already, Miss Prison.
Uncle Jack seems splendid agitated.
Yeah, your warden has a very emotional nature.
Miss Prison, is this the handbag?
Oh, it seems to be mine. Look, here in the lock are my initials.
Miss Prison, I was the baby you placed in the bag.
You?
Yes, mother.
Mr. Worthing, I'm married.
I'm married. I forgive you.
No, Mr. Worthing, there is some mistake. She really are.
Lady Bragner, I hate to seem inquisitive, but could you kindly inform me who I am?
You are the son of my poor sister, Mrs. Moncrief, and consequently Algernon's elder brother.
Algy's elder brother? Then I have a brother after I always knew I had a brother.
But what is your Christian name that you have become someone else?
Good heavens, I quite forgotten that point. Antecosta, was I christened?
Yes.
Yes, but what was? Let me know the words. What's my name?
Oh, being the youngest son, you naturally be given your father's name,
Yes, but what was my father's christened name?
Ernest John.
Ernest, I thought from the beginning that you have no other name.
Gwendolyn, it is a terrible thing for a man to find out suddenly that all his life he has been speaking nothing but the truth. Can you forgive me?
I can.
Letitia.
Frederick, at last.
Cecily, at last.
Gwendolyn, at last.
Nephew, you seem to be displaying signs of triviality.
On the contrary, Aunt Augusta, I've now realized, for the first time in my life, the vital importance of being earnest.